Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I have a round 7 game to share with you from the ongoing World Rapid Chess Championship 2022. On the white end, Daniil Dubov, and he's playing against Nihal Sarin. This is a surprisingly quick defeat of Sarin, only an 18 mover, and it comes out of a Queen's Gambit accepted. I found this one instructive. There's a nice attacking idea that I took away from this one. The early going, the first 8 moves, nothing special. White's regaining the pawn, meanwhile black is expanding on the queen side. It's White's reaction to this last move that gave me pause. So I'll throw this one to you as a pop quiz. What would be your reply to black's last move? Feel free to pause the video. Okay. The move played in the game is not to take with the e-pawn or the knight on d4. Instead, look to activate the queen-rook. Dubov, one of the more creative minds in the game, he wants to activate the rook, and it is certainly activated in this game. After b takes a, rook takes a, we're just a move or two away from the queen-rook playing a very active role on the king side. Now, I want to point out that as black, you could consider not allowing white to activate the rook. You could consider playing b4. The rook will not be activated on the a file so fast, but do know a4 has still gained something, primarily the softening up of the c4 square, a point that the queen knight will look to make use of in just a couple moves. Okay, in this game it's b takes a, rook takes a straight away, and now d4 is hit 3 times. Computer suggests taking on e3, and white will be playing this position as a gambit. Black doesn't go for the pawn though, instead puts an emphasis on development. Bishop to e7 is played. What is maybe a reason or two to decline the offer of a pawn? A reason or two to not play this move? I think it may be related to, on one hand, the black queen not being so comfortable with finding a stable square on the queen side. You note the bishop watches directly over the b6 square now. This b6 square is one of the few remaining for the black queen, who is soon to find it kind of tricky to find a stable square on the queen side. We have both rooks soon to be doing something on the queen side, both bishops pointing towards the queen side, and additionally, with there no longer being a white pawn on e3, this bishop is also pointing toward, has a clear lane, a clear diagonal towards the king side. So if, one day the move h6 is necessary to be defending against a bishop and rook combined or coordinating on h7, you're probably asking for some sacrifice. In any event, 2 bishops on these 2 squares, open diagonals, they are beautiful, pointing at both sectors. Okay, in the game, bishop e7, rook takes d4, queen b6, she could breathe for at least a move. She won't be bothered on b6. Knight d2, knight b to d2, knight c6, rook is hit, rook h4. And from here we have bishop to b7. So one of the better continuations in the computer's eyes is to not develop the bishop, but instead play a5. The idea to eliminate one of the 2 very aggressive white pieces, bishop a6 right around the corner. Okay, in the game, it's bishop to b7, knight c4, queen c7, and white is now inviting the last piece, one of the last pieces. Queen bishop, king rook, not yet playing. Kingside castle, bishop c3. 2 open diagonals towards the king. White had to work a little bit harder to get this bishop activated, but it's there, pointing, however indirect, at the heart of black's kingside. And from here we have g6. Considered a better defense on the king side at this point, a better defense of the threat bishop takes knight and then bishop takes h7 is to play h6. Doesn't create any holes on the king side. Either way, it's probably going to be tricky, however you slice it, trying to defend this. The move played in the game is g6, and now we have knight to g5. So one of the ideas here, if we make a move such as rook to d8 in this position, white has these tricks to take on h7 a couple times. Black can't take the rook now because it would lead to queen h5. We get to see the power of these bishops taking advantage of the pinned pawn with mate to follow in the corner pocket. That's just one of the ideas that white has in mind. Okay, the reaction to knight to g5 turns out to be a big blunder. Considered best here by black is to play e5 to try and at least tame this bishop, so you're not seeing these dark squares. Okay, the move played in the game is knight to d5, and we're just one move out. And Sarin resigns, so I'll throw this to you as a pop quiz. White to move. What did Dubov play that had Sarin resigning here? Okay, here we go. Queen to h5. A very flashy finish to this one. There's now no defense. It's a checkmate in 4. h7 is under fire 3 times. And if you take the queen, it's a mate in 1 with these 3 minor pieces. Brutal. A brutal finish, something that he just completely overlooked. So a very interesting game. Again, my main takeaway was this quick activation of the rook, first playing a4, and then pivoting there, swinging over, and we have this, queen rook playing a very active role in an attack on the king's side. So anyhow, let's have a quick look at the tail of the tape on this one. We could see just how smooth this one went for Team Dubov. Pretty smooth there. 96% accuracy. No inaccuracies, mistakes, or blunders. And just the one big blunder there by Sarin. An interesting attacking idea from this 18 mover. A quick little lesson in attacking play with this game. Anyhow, feel free, as usual, to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed it, and maybe took a thing or two away. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.